Hi friends, I'm Walker and welcome back to All About Nails, where we talk about vegan and cruelty-free nail polish. Today I have to share with you the Lucki Lacquer winter collection for 2019. I have swatched the other collections that have come from this brand in 2019 since they launched, and so if you want to see other stuff from Lucki Lacquer, I'll put a little box up in the cards here that you can click on to see those videos. I really like the aesthetic of this brand. I think they pick really great collections. Carly Jo is the maker and she always has excellent formulas. Her collections are really well themed. Alright, the winter collection launches on December 6th, so let's dive in and swatch these polishes. Okay, first up we're going to look at several of the creams from this collection. This first one is December Nights. And this one is a stunning, rich, deep royal blue is how this one is described. It's opaque in 1 to 2 coats. I am going to get it opaque in 1 coat. That's my spoiler. I am wearing a base coat here. Carly Jo suggested that we wear a base coat with some of the deeper polishes in this collection just because they're super pigmented. So I'm wearing a base coat just to, you know, protect from any staining. I do have to swatch the rest of this collection and you don't want to stare at somewhat blue nails. This one has a really nice formula. It's not thick. It's just pigmented, I think is the right description. Like, it's going on really smoothly. I think you can see that. It is just really, really pigmented and it's going on really evenly. And I think royal blue is definitely the right description here. It's not quite navy. It has a little bit more kind of brightness to it. And so it's a really, really nice deep blue. And I'm definitely just going to wear this one in 1 coat. So that's it. Okay, next up we have another cream. This one is Holidays, and this one is described as a bright red with subtle berry and white undertones. And this one is really bright. It is a like totally classic Christmas red. Like, this is what I think of when I think of Christmas red. It's so bright and like juicy almost. I feel like I don't get a ton of berry undertones here. This to me has just a super classic kind of like middle of the road red. It's a slightly maybe a slightly warmer toned red than some others, but I think again that's like the very classic Christmas red. This looks like Santa Claus's snowsuit or something, you know. I do think that this one I would suggest building up in 2 coats. It just felt a little bit flat maybe in 1 coat, and I feel like 2 coats is going to give it a little bit more volume, a little bit more oomph, and just kind of flatten or, you know, like smooth everything out. So I'm doing 2 coats of Holidays, but it sounds like you could potentially get away with 1 coat if you wanted to. Alright, and if that was your classic Christmas red, next up we have a lovely winter green. This one is called Evergreen, which is a perfect description for this color. It's described as a rich, deep green with warm undertones, and I do definitely see those warm undertones. I feel like it has a lot of kind of like a yellow undertone. Some super deep like hunter greens like this have like a blue undertone, which I think makes them look a little bit more black on the nails, and this one is definitely really, really dark. It's very, very deep, but I definitely see the green in here, and so it's not, you know, like a secret green. I am wearing a base coat because this one is super pigmented, and I'm gonna get it opaque in just 1 coat. Alright, this one is Stone Cold, which is such a great name. It is described as a cool toned light gray, and this one is definitely a lovely light gray. I think is really nice for winter. I love gray in the winter, especially like not in December when I want to wear like holiday polishes, but in like January, February, I think grays are really, really nice. This one has a little bit of a thicker formula. I think you can see that I'm kind of trying to get it all the way over my nail there in the middle that has a little bit of peeling, and so I just need to kind of smooth it out myself. So it's a little bit thicker, it's not quite as even, but it is opaque in 1 coat. In this collection, she's also releasing her classic white and classic black polishes. This one is Coal, which is described as a true deep black, fully opaque in 1 to 2 coats. Mine's going to be opaque in 2 coats. This one has a little bit of a formula that's closer to the blue, the green, the red that we looked at. It's not the same as the gray that we just looked at that was a little bit thicker. This one goes on really evenly, really smoothly. It's a little bit more kind of viscous, you know, I can like pull it across my nail a little bit better, and it's really easy to work with. It is super dense and super dark. I'm not wearing a base coat in this one, and I should have probably, but I didn't have any staining when I took it off. So it's super pigmented, super rich, but I didn't have any issues when I took it off. 2 coats gets this one totally level, totally smooth, just like such a gorgeous, you know, I mean, I don't know, you know what black polish looks like, right? But it's so nice. It's just very like 1 color and super glossy. I think black nails are very classy. I don't know that I would have said that until recently, but between this one and HBIC, I'm just like loving the super dark nails. So that's 2 coats of Coal. All right, and like I said, there's also a pure white in this collection. This is called Winter Snow. It's described as a true bright white cream, fully opaque in 1 to 2 coats. This one has a very similar formula to the gray polish Stone Cold that we just looked at, so it's a little bit thicker, but it's actually, I think, pretty nice to work with. Sometimes whites can be like super, super chalky, and this one is not. It's really easy to work with. It's a little bit thicker, which is normal, but it's not like, you know, kind of making ridges or pooling or pulling too much. It's going on pretty easily. Because it's a little bit thicker, I am going to do 2 coats here just because I kind of want to smooth out like the edges and just make sure that everything is really evenly covered, especially with a white polish. It is so obvious if you have any kind of unevenness or patchiness in your polish. It's just super obvious. So I don't usually wear white nails in the winter, but I do feel like this fits in this collection for her, and so I'm really glad that it's in her collection now. All right, here we go. We're at the sparkly stuff. This one is called Silver Bells. It's described as a chunky silver hollow glitter. It contains 5 different sizes of hollow glitter hexes, and it can be used in 1 coat as a topper or 2 to 3 coats on its own for opacity as an intense New Year's Eve mani or as an accent nail. I'm going to show you in my live swatch this one just built up in 1 coat so you can just kind of see what it looks like on the nail, and then in my swatch photo you can obviously see that I've topped the white polish with it, and that's kind of my preferred way to wear glitter. I don't usually wear glitter just by itself, so that's why I'm not going to build this one up in 3 coats. It's not how I wear glitters. I usually wear them as a topper, so you're getting a more accurate picture here. All right, and then this one is like the very close cousin of the last polish that we looked at. This is Gilded Frost. It's described as a white gold chunky hollow glitter. Same formula and hexes as Silver Bells. They're really nice. She does say that the easiest way to reach full coverage here is to apply the first coat normally, as I'm doing here, and then to take a second coat normally and then kind of get more product and tap it on. So don't do a full 3rd coat, but kind of tap it on to cover it up. So if you do want to go full coverage with these, you can. Again, I'm going to show you this one swatched over the black from this collection because that's how I would wear it, and I love that combination. Okay, fabulous. My favorite from this collection is December Nights. I love like super dark blues, especially in the wintertime. I love like almost black colors. This one is not almost black. It has a lot of blue in it. It's got a little bit more like punchy royal blueness in it, but it's definitely my favorite. The formula is really, really nice, and the color is really fun. I will be doing a comparison video of mostly of the creams in this collection, but I'll pull in some glitters just in case you want to see them. So if you're curious to see how these polishes compare to others in my collection, then stay tuned for that video. It will be coming very shortly. Awesome, this collection launches on December 6th. The whole collection will be $86 if you want to grab the whole thing. The glitters are $13 and the creams are $10. Let me know down below if you plan on grabbing any. What do you think of this collection? Have you tried Lucki Lacquer this year? I think it's one of my favorite new brands that I've tried this year. It's been really, really fun to watch it grow and change and develop and kind of, you know, gain its sense of self, and so I'd love to hear your thoughts. As always, if you like this video, feel free to hit subscribe so that you don't miss the next one. I'll see you then. Bye.